Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is ThandiwekaYah, and as usual I have a prophetic word that I'd like to share with you. And also, as usual, before I begin, remember to take this word before the Lord if you believe it's meant for you. Not every prophetic word is meant for you, and you should always just check with the Lord. For some of you, this may already be confirmation, which is great, but still take it to the Lord and let Him fill in the gaps and answer any questions that you may have. Okay, so this is a word that is based on a dream I had in December, on the 4th of December 2019. And I'm going to start off with scripture. Deuteronomy 15 verse 6. The Lord your God will bless you as He has promised. You will lend money to many nations, but will never need to borrow. You will rule many nations, but they will not rule over you. Friends, this is the Lord's vision for some of you. This word is for a specific person or specific people, and He's saying that this is His vision for you. You have been in a situation where you've accumulated debt for various reasons, and you have shown yourself true and faithful to the Lord, and He wants to bless you by sorting out your financial debt. This is an exciting word, friends, because the Lord showed me how some of you have found yourself in this situation because of circumstances. You didn't really have a choice, or the time that you got into the transaction, everything was fine. It seemed like it was all going to go well, but because of circumstances, you may have lost your job, you may have lost the income that you were getting, and you ended up, accumulating the debt. You started to owe money to certain institutions, and the Lord is saying to you today that He wants to take care of that for you. He will take care of that for you. You've been faithful, you've been obedient to Him, you've done the things that He's asked you, even though they may have been really difficult, but you have done them and you've trusted Him, even though they didn't make financial sense, even though they meant that you might be losing out in some way. You did it because He said do it. So you've been obedient, and the Lord wants to bless you in this way. So this word is for those of you who have been so faithful in giving, in sowing where the Lord has directed you to sow and to give. It could have really been anything. It's not just for sowing into a church, for example, tithing only. It's huge steps of faith that you took upon the leading of the Lord, even though it didn't make sense, but you did it anyway. This word is for those of you who fall in this category, and you find yourself just drowning in debt. The Lord wants to perform something great for you. So the Lord is bringing abundance to you, but He was very specific in this dream that it's financial abundance. He's saying that He is working things out for you in such a way that He's sorting out your specifically debt. So even though it's financial abundance that He's bringing to you, but He's saying that this is for those that need some kind of help in terms of the debt that they have accumulated. It's not for those who have acted irresponsibly and found themselves in this debt situation, and doing things out of just the wrong place, whether it was greed or whatever it may have been. The Lord is saying that this is for that person that stepped out in faith, who obeyed His instruction, and it seemed like a foolish instruction. It seemed like an instruction that would actually dig them deeper into their debt, but the Lord asked you to step out in faith, and He's saying to you today that He is sorting that out for you. He is working things out for you at the highest levels of that institution that you owe. For some of you, it could be a bank. It could be any kind of financial institution that you owe. It may have to do with a bond or a mortgage. It may have to do with car finance. It's some kind of debt that the Lord has shown me in this dream. And He's saying that He is sorting it out for you at the highest levels. He is influencing the decision maker or decision makers who are at the highest levels, the ones that can affect the way that things go for you. The person who can change a process, the person who can come in and say, no, we're not going to follow this process that we normally follow, we're not going to go the legal route with this person, but we are actually going to give them grace. The Lord is influencing people in those positions where you are concerned, because you've been faithful, you've been obedient, you've stepped out in faith as He asked you to, and He wants to bless you in this way. So as you exercise your faith muscles, as you have been doing for so long, and you continue to strengthen your relationship with Him, He's going to give you insight into that. He's going to give you specific details about what debt He's sorting out in your life. He's going to show you basically that this is what I want to do in this area of your life, but He's not exactly going to give you step by step or exactly the process He's going to follow or how He's going to make everything come together. That is His business. He's going to take care of that for you. He wants to surprise you. He wants you to know that it's His hand. So He's saying, don't even put your hands in it. Don't even worry about it. Don't get involved. He's taking care of it. He's working it out for you. He's saying, focus on that which He has given you to focus on in this time. Build what He's given you to do. Focus on that, and let that be where you put all your energies into, and leave this one alone. Because the more you think about it, the more you stress over it, the more you try and figure out, how am I going to make this work? It's going to impact what He's given you to do. So He says, leave it in my hands. For some of you, you don't even know where to begin with this debt. That's how bad it is. And the Lord is saying, don't worry, I've begun. I've sorted it out. Consider it done. Because if you do get involved, if you continue to worry about it, or you start worrying about it and start making it a major problem, and if you also start to try and sort it out on your own without His guidance over the matter, because it is a big debt. He keeps showing me that it is big, and it's not something that you can just quickly sort out. You're going to need a miracle for this one. So He's saying that He wants to provide the miracle. He's saying, if you do continue to stress about it or try and manipulate the situation, you are going to find yourself in a situation where it's going to be a messy situation. It's going to start to get messy. You're going to start to influence these decision makers against you. And the Lord is saying that He's influencing them. He's the one who's going to get them to do His will for you. This is His gift to you for your faithfulness and for your obedience. He's saying that if you get involved, you might actually step on toes. You might actually put yourself further in debt. So let Him handle this one. He wants to do this for you. He has seen the work that you've put in. He's seen your level of faith. He has acknowledged your obedience and the things that you've had to sacrifice in order to help others, in order to be the person that He can use to help others and to be a light for others. So He's saying He wants to reward you. Don't worry about this. He's got it in His hands. And there's a scripture, beautiful scripture in Deuteronomy that I'd like to read. It's Deuteronomy 28 verse 12. The Lord will send rain at the proper time from His rich treasury in the heavens, and will bless all the work you do. You will lend to many nations, but you will never need to borrow from them. Friends, this is the promise of the Lord over your life, for all that you have sacrificed, for your heart of obedience. He's going to bring the rain. He's sending the rain at the proper time. You've got to trust Him, and you will no longer be the borrower. Instead, you will lend to many nations. That is the vision the Lord has for your life, and He's asking you to trust Him in this time. He's saying, don't focus on it. Don't let it give you sleepless nights. Don't worry over it. He has got you. He's going to do a beautiful miracle in this area of your life. And I'm excited for you, my friends. I think God is just so amazing and so good and so loving. He keeps saying, and He's been saying for some years now, that He is doing a new thing. You are going to marvel, and you're going to be so surprised at this new thing that He's doing in this particular area. So for those who this word is for, I think that this is such an awesome word, and I'm praying for you, and I know that the Lord wants to give you this as a gift just for all that you have done for Him. So yeah, that's the word that I have for you today, friends. Just with regards to the memberships that I announced yesterday, I know that some people can't find the join button, and I realized it's because I think that's what it is. That's just my own deduction, is that you're doing it from your phone, and I noticed that on the phone it doesn't have the join button next to subscribe. So what I've done is I'm going to put the link in my videos from now on in the description box for you to join the memberships if you are interested in joining the memberships, and if you're doing it from your laptop or your PC, you will see the join button next to the subscribe button. So that's where you'll find it. And thank you so much to those who have already joined the membership. I'm excited to share the first video today, which is a bit of my testimony. I'm going to be telling you about the story behind the song Babylon, You Great City, which is on my EP. It's the first song on the EP, and it's an interesting testimony. I hope you guys enjoy it, and you get to know a little bit more about me and my experiences through that. So for those who do want to join, I'm putting the link in the description below. There's absolutely no obligation to join, my friends. This is for those people who really want to give and want a simpler method to give. And while you're doing that, I'm just throwing in some extras, which I'm excited to do for you. I love being creative. I love creating videos, and this is just another opportunity for me to do that. I'm also trying to be careful not to take too much on, because already the Lord has pointed out some things that I needed to stop doing that I thought were good and right, because that's the right thing to do, and he said nope, I never ever told you to do that. So I'm also being aware of what he's telling me to do and what not to do. But yeah, I'm excited about that, and I hope you guys are too. So friends, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for everything, and remember that you serve a wonderful, loving Father, and you are so special to him.
You came out, said to me that you would take it, you would make it, and you'd work